Hello and welcome y'all. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to tame wolves in Icarus. These cute fluffy friends can be your help and assistance in a lot of battles in the game, which is freaking awesome. We're going to go over the do's and don'ts for taming the wolves. So sit back, relax, grab your snacks, and let's get to it. The first thing we're going to look at is going to be what not to do when trying to tame a wolf. Don't try to pet them. You're only going to end up getting yourself hurt or unalived. I agree they are cute and fluffy, but they are not your friend. The second thing not to do when trying to tame a wolf, don't sit there and just wave to them or say hi or try to be friendly. They're going to ignore you or they're going to eat your bum. The next thing you should not try to do when taming a wolf, don't try to give it treats or snacks or food. It's not gonna work. They're gonna ignore it and they're still gonna come for your bum. So unless you're just in a mood to get your bum nibbled, don't try it. Don't do it. The last thing you should not try is shooting the wolf. It's not gonna result the way that you want it to go. More than likely you're just gonna end up killing the wolf. So let's not do that. Instead, let's find some methods you should try when taming a wolf. You will need to have some things unlocked on your tech tree before you can attempt to tame the wolf. You will need the ranching station, the snare trap, and the wolf bait. As long as you have those, then you are good to go. The snare trap can be crafted in the ranching station, and it's fairly cheap to craft. As long as you have the ability to make rope, then you are good to go there. And then the wolf bait is made in the same place in the ranch station. The only thing with this one is you will have to have animal fat, which you can craft in the cooking station. Again, they're not that expensive. As long as you have the things unlocked to be able to do it, then it's not too bad. You're going to go ahead and plant your snare trap. It's best to plant it somewhere where you can actually keep an eye on it pretty well from a safe distance, as you can see here. Not going to be anywhere near the trap, but I want to keep it in my view so that when a wolf does come along, I can see it and we can monitor it without getting nibbled. Here comes our first Tame. And there you go. We have snared the wolf. So they will just hang out there for a bit. It is stated to give them corpses, but I know with me personally, I've had a lot of issue with them not eating the corpses. For me, I do something different, but I'll show you the whole process of the corpses. You just have to kind of sneak up. You're not supposed to be seen, so this one isn't exactly a good showing, but normally you would sneak up, not be seen, drop the corpse within range of the animal, and then run away. For me, though, the wolves never eat it, even when I'm not seen and I'm doing it proper. I just end up having to fight off some komodos that come for the corpse instead, like so. What I do is I just craft extra wolf bait and I just keep putting bait on the snare and the wolf eats that, and then that's how the tame works. For me, that's the process that's the most easy. Is just crafting extra wolf bait. Each wolf takes anywhere from 3 to 4 bait depending to get tamed. It's not usually that bad. Then there you go. After they've eaten enough, they will be tamed. You can name them, you can see their stats. You have different actions on the right side that you can have them do. You can pick up your traps. That way you can use them again later, which is awesome. Wild wolves may become jealous of your new tame, so just be cautious. I'm just kidding, that won't really happen. This was just a bad moment there, but it's all good. Thankfully, your tames are a little bit tanky from the beginning, so you don't have to worry about something biting them once and then them dying. But you do have the option to put skill points into things like health and health regions, so you don't have to worry about losing your pet possibly, at least not easily. But you can have your tame follow you back to your base. Go ahead and make sure they're set up with food and water. Here you can see them putting in their skill points, so there's lots of options there with being able to increase different things like their attack damage, their health regen, their stamina regen, food and water consumption, all kinds of things. But there are 2 different types of wolves that you can tame. The standard wolf has a stat that you can put points into causing possible bleed to the creatures they're attacking. The other option is the Arctic wolf. The Arctic wolf gives the option to possibly freeze their enemies. So we're going to go ahead and try to tame an Arctic wolf right now. The process is basically the same. You're going to put down a snare trap, you're going to put down the bait. You can attempt the corpses again, and if you're lucky enough to have someone deliver the corpses to you, then it makes your job a little bit easier with taming the wolves. But again, if they don't eat it, just put more bait down and they'll eat the bait and then they'll still tame. Either way, it's perfectly fine. I do recommend making sure you are at least a little bit prepared for the cold for this. It's good to set up a campfire somewhere. That way you can go wait by that to get some warmth in between your feedings of the wolf or wolves, depending if you're getting more than one. Like in this case here, as you can see, I'm in the process of actually taming 3 Arctic wolves in this scenario here, which was not intended. I had only planned for 1. So you never know what you'll end up with. Definitely bring plenty of snares, plenty of bait, just in case. If you do want more than 1 Arctic wolf, it is definitely possible. I'm going to go ahead and continue the taming process here quickly. And we have a tamed Arctic wolf. So as you can see, it looks pretty much the same here as far as the options on the right and as far as the stats you see there in the middle. Oh, hello. I do recommend making sure you have a nice little hidey hole carved away into a rock or at least some kind of shelter, because there more than likely will be a snowstorm or even just a regular storm outside of the snow, depending on how far into the snow you are when you're taming the wolves. So just to make sure you have that extra protection. But here we have our 3 tamed Arctic wolves, and don't mind the one that's on my shoulder. He decided to poke the tamed ones a little bit. It's fine. We're just going to take him back and use him for food. Now, the journey back to your base can be pretty dangerous. As you can see here, did end up accidentally getting a bear aggroed. But thankfully, the 3 Arctic wolves were able to handle it pretty well. It wasn't the worst thing it could possibly be. Once you get your wolves back to base, you can go ahead and take a look at any points they might have to put into their stats. There we go. See, the regular wolves, they have that bleed, but then you go over to the Arctic and they have the frost or the freeze damage they can do, which is pretty awesome. So if you run around with both, you have the bleed and the freeze. It's not too bad. I don't know if there's a limit to how many wolves you can run around with having following you at one time, but I went ahead and grabbed most of mine in one go and figured we'd go run around and see what they could get into. I do recommend putting them on aggressive if you're actually wanting them to attack things right off the bat. As you can see, I did not have all of mine set to that, so some of them didn't really participate much in the combat, but it's okay. I definitely recommend keeping them with you when you do normal tasks like farming or mining things, because it can level them up. That is what I have for you today on how to tame wolves, the standard and the Arctic. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss any content coming in the future. I do want to give a special shout out to the members of the Chaos Crew. Y'all are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate all the love and support that you give. A special shout out to the ultimate Chaos Crew member, the 𝓘𝓶𝓹𝓸𝓻𝓽. You are freaking epic, my friend. Thank you so much for going above and beyond. I have a link in the top right to another one of my videos if you would like to check it out. And remember, you are freaking amazing.